For today's video, we're sticking Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo in League 2 and finding out just how much they can improve a team in the 4th tier of English football. We'll be simming forward within both FIFA 19 Career Mode and Football Manager and seeing if there's any difference in terms of what they predict these two stars to achieve in League 2. And I've got a number of other ideas for various different things that I could compare within both games, so if you want to see this become a regular series on the channel, then be sure to leave the video a like to show your support. If we can hit 2,000 likes on this video, then I will turn it into a series. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you want to see more videos like this from me in the future, then please do subscribe for more. Also, if you've got any video ideas for me, then leave them in the comments section down below. I do read absolutely every single comment, so if you do leave a suggestion for me, then it will be seen. Now though, before putting Messi and Ronaldo into League 2, I completed a simulated season within both FIFA Career Mode and Football Manager, just to see how everyone was doing before their arrival. Macclesfield finished bottom in Football Manager, whilst Tranmere Rovers came bottom in FIFA. And in fact, in Football Manager, both of these teams got relegated, whilst in FIFA, Macclesfield finished just outside of the relegation zone in 22nd, so in both games these two teams were right down the bottom, and I therefore felt that these were the two best teams to choose for the experiment to test the impact of Messi and Ronaldo. Firstly, I'm going to be putting Messi onto the Macclesfield roster and Ronaldo into the Tranmere Rovers squad, and we'll see how the two players get on head to head. Then secondly, I'll complete another simulation in both games with the two players on the same team. So we'll get to see just how much they improve a team in League 2 individually and also as a combined force. Before I get into that though, I just want to say a massive thank you to OneFootball for sponsoring today's video. It's a brilliant app available for both iOS and Android, covering over 100 different international football leagues and competitions. So whether you're wanting to keep up to date with Tranmere and Macclesfield, or Messi and Ronaldo, the OneFootball app's got you covered. We've got a massive day of football ahead of us with the North West Derby and Carabao Cup final being played today. And in the next few weeks there's also Champions League action and El Clasico to keep an eye on too. With OneFootball you can set up notifications for all of your favourite clubs, competitions and players, so get the app installed on your phone now and you'll make sure that you don't miss out on any of the action. It's completely free to download and there's a link to the app in the description down below, so if you haven't already got it installed on your phone then be sure to go and check it out and give the app a go. Big thanks to them once again for sponsoring today's video. Let's get into it though and let's take a look at the impact of placing Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo in League 2. Now though, prior to the arrival of Ronaldo, James Norwood was Tranmere's top scorer in the league in both games with 11 goals in Football Manager and 16 goals in FIFA. Whilst Macclesfield's star man in League 2 was Reece Cole in FIFA with 10 goals and Harry Smith in Football Manager with 9. The arrival of Messi definitely shook things up a bit for Macclesfield though, with the Argentinian magician scoring 32 times in 43 appearances. He also provided 14 assists and was comfortably the best player in the squad with 46 goal contributions. And his stats were pretty similar in Football Manager too. 28 goals in 40 appearances in the league and 11 assists, winning the Player of the Match award 27 times in the process. Not quite as many goal contributions as in FIFA, but some pretty mad stats regardless. Ronaldo meanwhile scored 36 times in the league for Tranmere in Football Manager and 23 times in FIFA, with 43 goal contributions overall in Football Manager and 36 in FIFA. Macclesfield were the champions in FIFA 19 Career Mode, picking up 47 more points than they did without Messi, with Tranmere finishing 3rd. 53 points better off than they were without Ronaldo. Lionel Messi was the league's top scorer in FIFA and he also provided the joint most assists, with Cristiano Ronaldo coming 3rd in both categories. In Football Manager meanwhile, Ronaldo was the top scorer, whilst Messi had the most Man of the Match awards, the highest average rating and was crowned Player of the Season, so not a bad season for him at all. Again, Macclesfield were the overall champions, with Tranmere finishing 2nd this time, just ahead of Lincoln City. So Messi and Ronaldo completely transformed the two teams' fortunes, and in fact they completely flipped the table upside down, taking their teams from 24th and 23rd to 1st and 2nd respectively. Decent. And as both Messi and Ronaldo guided their teams to promotion in both games, I wanted to keep things going and see if they could keep it up in League 1. The results weren't quite so impressive to be honest, but in FIFA, Ronaldo did take Tranmere to the League 1 playoffs with 18 goals and 8 assists, whilst Messi's Macclesfield just missed out, finishing 8th in the table. And Messi's return was pretty much identical with 17 goals and 8 assists. Their goal scoring records weren't quite up there with the mighty Freddie Sears, but they did at least both finish in the top 5. with Doncaster's Matty Blair providing the most assists. Ronaldo didn't quite manage to get Tranmere promoted, but it wasn't a bad effort anyway. And things were quite similar in Football Manager, at least for Ronaldo anyway. Ronaldo's Tranmere Rovers finished 10th in the table, with Ronaldo scoring the most goals in league and claiming the most Man of the Match awards and the highest average rating. Messi left Macclesfield behind though, and he departed England for Juventus. No loyalty, that lad. Juventus came third in the league, and they also went crashing out in the Champions League, losing out to Barcelona. Messi probably just wishes that he stayed at Macclesfield. Anyway though, so I've tried them both out in separate teams, and it's now time to see what the two of them can achieve if they're both on the same side. Can these two absolute titans of modern football take Macclesfield Town to glory? You'd like to think so really, wouldn't you? Also, in case you're wondering, this time there's no way out for either of them. I've learnt from my mistakes, and I've written in a future transfer which keeps both players at the club until 2025. I love that it says that they won't be at the club for much longer though. They're both stuck in Macclesfield for another 7 years. I think it's probably safe to say that the combined force of Messi and Ronaldo provided a significant boost in FIFA, with Macclesfield only losing one game all season and picking up 117 points. Ronaldo had 33 goal contributions in the league, whilst Messi had 32. And I was quite shocked by this, but it didn't really seem to make much of a difference in Football Manager, whereas with just Messi they finished on 86 points. When Macclesfield had both Ronaldo and Messi, they finished on 89 points, so just 3 points better off. Ronaldo provided the most goal contributions of the pair with 47, Messi had 40 himself though, and despite having a slightly lower average rating, it was once again the Argentinian that won the Player of the Year award. So Macclesfield were promoted as League 2 champions, and it's now time to see how the two of them handled the step up. Are Messi and Ronaldo good enough to carry this team once again in League 1? Probably, yeah. 39 goal contributions for Ronaldo in League 1, 40 for Messi, and once again Macclesfield were able to achieve promotion, with Messi winning the Player of the Year award once again. They didn't quite win the league this time around, but they did finish second anyway. Over in FIFA, Messi was the team's top scorer in League 1 with 19 goals, whilst Ronaldo scored 15, therefore just finishing outside of the top 10 scorers in the third tier of English football. Messi meanwhile scored one more goal than Nick Powell and provided 4 less assists than Kieran Sadlier. Despite their lack of dominance in terms of their individual stats though, they did still guide Macclesfield to glory, winning the league title, finishing 11 points ahead of second place Luton. Can they do it again though? Can the pair cruise through the championship and take this team to the dizzy heights of the Premier League? Nope, they came 13th. With Ronaldo scoring 19 goals and Messi finding the back of the net just 9 times. Alan Brown was the top scorer this time around. He's a central midfielder and scored nearly as many goals as Messi and Ronaldo combined. Interesting. And to be honest, the results weren't too different in Football Manager either. Macclesfield finished 17th with 55 points, and much like in FIFA, Messi struggled to perform in the Championship. Just the 13 goals in the league this time around, with Ronaldo scoring 25. Callum Hudson-Odoi was the player of the season, and to be fair to him, he absolutely smashed it. I was expecting much more of a contrast from this experiment in all honesty, but both games are largely in agreement. With Messi and Ronaldo on the roster, Macclesfield were transformed from being a relegation threatened League 2 side to a pretty comfortable Championship team. And in both games, the two players failed to deliver any cup wins whatsoever. I was expecting a Checkatrade Trophy triumph at the very least. The furthest they took their teams in either game though was the semi-final stage, where they lost to eventual winners Sunderland. Messi had the highest average rating, the most Man of the Match awards, and provided the joint most goals and assists. But unfortunately, it still wasn't quite enough. And in FIFA they got nowhere close to winning it, and the best they ever managed was reaching the last 16. But the pair did take Macclesfield to the quarter-final stage of the Carabao Cup, which is pretty good going, knocking out Premier League opponents Wolves and Watford in the process. Despite reaching the quarter-final stage though, the stats were pretty unimpressive. 2 goals for Ronaldo, and 1 goal and 2 assists for Messi. And the last 16 of the Carabao Cup was the best they ever achieved in Football Manager, with an equally unimpressive return of 1 goal, 1 assist for Messi, and 2 goals, 1 assist for Ronaldo. So again, both games provided pretty similar results, with the pair failing to even reach a single cup final. Like I said, I was expecting them to at least win the Checkatrade Trophy, but didn't happen in either game. Also, I thought it'd be a nice touch to include some gameplay, so I put Ronaldo's Tranmere to the test up against Messi's Macclesfield in the Champions League final. I was going to show you some of Messi and Ronaldo's best moments from the match, but quite honestly, they were both absolutely awful. Ronaldo was involved in the only goal of the game, to be fair to him, but that was more by luck than judgment. Tranmere had a late throw in, they crossed it over, and the ball bounced off Ronaldo into the path of one of his teammates, who absolutely thundered it into the back of the net to win them the game in the final minute of added time. Messi and Ronaldo were both pretty poor in this one, but it was Ronaldo that got to lift the Champions League trophy anyway, thanks to that stunning goal from Jay Harris. And Ronaldo was so rubbish that the game even refused to credit him with an assist for the goal, which seems quite fair to be honest. He definitely didn't intend to pass that ball to Harris. Anyway though, thanks for watching, I hope you've enjoyed the video, leave it a like if you have done, and this could well become a regular series on the channel. Enjoy the rest of your day anyway, and I'll catch you again next time.